Gotta go over here. Okay, so hello and welcome. Happy Wednesday. As you guys know, here on the Affiliate Dude channel, we go live every Wednesday at 10 a.m. And if you ever need to figure out where we're at, you can always go to affiliatedude.com/live. You can get us live right here, 10 a.m. every Wednesday. And most of the time, we do a 10 a.m. on Friday as well. That's Eastern Standard Time. I know we had a guy in Australia that was like, hey, dude, that's like 12 midnight here. Well, you know, we try to help everyone and get everything going. So welcome, hello. If you are listening, type something in the box. Let me know. I got your comments right here on this screen. Looks like we got quite a few people waiting. We got Andy, we got Haroon, we got Bill, we got some other people too. I got to get my mouse over here so I can scroll through them and see what you guys are up to. So if you are here, if you can hear me okay, please type something in the box, say your name and where you're listening from. And towards the end, maybe we'll put your name on the board and give you some prizes or cool Affiliate Dude shirts or something like that, and get going. So hello, welcome. I think we are ready. I think our emails and everything did go out, so let's take a look and just make sure everything is up to par. Looks like things are a little slow today, which is kind of that's kind of how my week's been, right? It's been kind of slow. Been trying to get things going, but we are ready to go, ready to rock and roll. So if you can hear me okay, just let me know by typing something in the box. And all right, we got Toby from Pennsylvania. We got lots of people. Hold on one second, and I just want to make sure that the emails are sent. I believe they are. Let's see. My mouse is being funny here. Okay. Yes, we are good to go. So everything is on the up and up. My mouse needs a new battery. Right, we got to get these things prepared. All right, we got Dexel from Nigeria. We got James from West Palm Beach. Great place. Toby from New Mexico. Who else we got here? Dave from Illinois. We got Dolores. We got Troy from Texas. So yeah, lots of cool stuff. Excellent. Today what we're going to be doing is going over list building. How can you build a mailing list to make money? We got Jeffrey from Tennessee. Lots of people coming on here as well. So, hello, welcome. We are ready to get the show on the road. Most of what we're going to be doing is going to be on the screen. So if you're watching this on Instagram, you want to go over to affiliatedude.com/live. That's affiliatedude.com/live. That way you can get in, you can watch us and see all the screen capture stuff and everything like that. So those of you who are listening on the Instagram, hello, I see your waves. Cool stuff. We got Robert from South Carolina, Mo from St. Pete, Florida, also very nice area. Dave from Illinois. Lots of people rolling in. So what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about list building. What is a list? Right? A mailing list is one of the most profitable things that I have ever done on the internet. When I got into list building back in around 2000, I started in 2004 kind of passively, started in 2005, built a mailing list to about 500,000 people. That was in a market that it was kind of like you didn't make that much per click, but it still was really impressive to me to build that many. I was able to build hundreds of thousands of people on different mailing lists. And what we want to remember with a mailing list is the fact that you are able to recreate your traffic. You can regenerate your traffic. You can get traffic at the drop of a hat. And when a lot of internet marketers and affiliate marketers say, hey, you know, you have the ability to make money on demand, they say, or print money on demand, which of course is kind of a dumb term because nobody wants to print money. That's against the law. That's for the government to do. But what we do is we're able to generate money on demand would be a better way to go on, right? And we look at that and we say, okay, cool. Well, what's the way to do that? Well, the way to do that is to be able to generate traffic at the drop of a hat. Right? Can you right now, if you were to say right now, Marcus, I can send this many people to something, what would that look like? Right? I could send 500 people to this offer, or 1,000 people, or 10,000 people. And if you have the ability to do that, that's the name of the game. Now, when you look at this and you look at social media marketing, you look at YouTube, you look at Instagram, you look at Facebook, you look at Facebook groups, you look at Twitter, you look at Snapchat, all these platforms are a form of list building. right? If I have a giant Instagram list or a lot of subscribers on YouTube or a lot of people in a mailing list, I'm able to drive people to what I have. I'm able to drive them to a live show. I'm able to drive them to affiliate offers. I'm able to put my stuff in front of people who can say yes. So I want you to remember that when it comes to list building, your goal is to put yourself in front of as many people as can say yes as possible, and to provide good value. So we're going to get started here right now with list building, and we're going to talk to you about how list building works. And we are starting, as soon as I can get my mouse to go on the other screen, we are starting right now. There we go. There it is. My mouse is being funny today. Right now. All right, so hello and welcome. Hello to the Instagram people. You guys are right here, so you see me there. And I think is our webcam frozen, or are we looking okay? I believe we're looking okay. Got a little bit of technical issues today, but we will get past those. We'll be okay. So let's see what we got here. I'll use this little touchpad and see if we can get going. There we go. All right, I think we're ready. For some reason, it just does not want to cooperate. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, are we frozen or are we okay? Okay, how we looking? We doing okay? Okay, video frozen, or are we okay? It should be on me. You guys should be seeing me with the desk and everything like that. All right, let me see if I can get this camera working here. All right, just bear with me. We'll get this. Now, how's the sound? Is the sound still working? All right, let me see if I can get this secondary cam working, and if that does the trick, we'll be okay. All right, I think our guy with the computer issues is jinxing us or something like that, right? So let's see what we can do here. Okay, I think we are ready to rock. Are we looking okay now? Should be me here moving around. Hello, Instagram. You guys are seeing me perfectly fine. So, cool. Okay, is everyone seeing me okay? Good? It's a little glitchy, but we're okay. We'll deal with it. We'll hang. We're here. We're troopers. We're ready to make money. All right, how many of you guys are ready to build a mailing list? Right, there we go. All right, Green Pro says, Marcus, you're a millionaire with equipment that doesn't work. What's up with that? Well, sometimes stuff doesn't work. It's just, you know, hey, whatever. But we got it working here. Only a little bit of a glitch, which is cool. All right, how many of you guys are ready to build a mailing list? Right, if you're ready to build a mailing list, go ahead and type mailing list in the box, and we are going to get this show on the road. What we're going to talk about today, and I want to welcome you to my rapid fire pay-per-click list profits class. Right, it sounds official, it sounds good. It is good. So, awesome stuff. All right, I think everything's okay. Might be a little glitchy, but that's okay. If I look like a robot, maybe I am part robot. We don't know, right? It is the new century. Maybe I'm bionic. All right. Thanks for joining us on the Instagram. Again, if you want to watch this live with all the screen sharing and everything, go to affiliatedude.com/live. That's affiliatedude.com/live. Ricky, Think, Matt, a lot of people coming in on the Instagram as well. So if you want to make money with a mailing list, if you want to build a mailing list that literally allows you to make money when you want, then go ahead and type mailing list in the box, and we're going to go ahead and dive right in. Today we're going to talk about how you can stop struggling and how to get money fast. And I want you to realize that a lot of people struggle because they don't get the basic principles of what's going on. They don't get the idea of how marketing works and what the name of the game is. Because what happens is you look at marketing in the offline world, and in the offline world, you know, things make sense. It's like you want to start a restaurant, you start a restaurant, you build a restaurant, people come in, they eat the food, and yay, wonderful, great. But when it comes to online stuff, people get all kind of like discombobulated, and they're like, well, how do I do the Facebook? How do I do that? And they forget that everything is based on like a chain. Okay, you have this chain, and you have one side of the coin, which is the ability to generate new visitors. Okay, the ability to generate new visitors is a great, wonderful skill that we all need to have. If you can't generate visitors, then you're hosed, right? If no one sees your site, you're not going to make any money. The second side of the coin is conversion. So you have traffic and you have conversion. Everything you do in internet marketing and affiliate marketing has to do with those, right? You're either working on getting more traffic or working on converting the traffic you already had. Now, when it comes to list building, it's very important because now you are able to send people to an offer, right? You're able to take that traffic that you already got and regenerate stuff. Now, there's a lot of people on this training right now, and the reason you are on this training right now is you are on one of my lists, whether it's a social media list, like maybe you're a subscriber on YouTube, which if you're not yet, make sure you do that now. Maybe you're over here on Instagram. Maybe you got an email this morning that said, hey, check out Marcus's webinar. And we look at that and we're like, okay, check this out. We're going through and we are here to make this work. Okay, and if you have the ability to send emails at the drop of a hat, you can make a lot of money. Now, a lot of people say that there's like $1 per subscriber per month kind of rule of thumb. Now, that is obviously a rule of thumb because if you're in like the coloring pages market, it's not going to be as high as, say, the mortgage market or as high as the money-making market. And sometimes when you're in a good market, you can make a lot more than $1 per subscriber per month. Now, we got to look at this, and we got to treat our visitors and our subscribers with integrity. We got to treat them in a good way and give them things that's going to help them. Give them things that they're going to anticipate and actually want to look at. And when we look at that, we got to focus really, really straight and say, this is what we want to do. Welcome, Salty. Good to have you here on the Instagram, and welcome to everyone else who's joining us on Facebook and everywhere else. And what we're doing today is talking about list building. So how many of you guys right now, you want to make money online in a simple way? You're like, Marcus, just give it to me straight. I'm tired of all the junk. I'm tired of all the confusion. I'm tired of all the coding and the garbage that's out there. And I want to get started in a simple way. Type it in wherever you're watching. Type that in the box. Say, Marcus, I want to get started in a very simple way. I want something cut and dry that's going to work for me. Something that I can start right now and get results sometimes before the day is over. I've actually gotten results within 13 minutes. That was my record from actually buying a domain to getting results on a brand new site was 13 minutes. And you look at that and you're like, I want to do that. And it looks like 3 Sides wants to do it. Tony wants to. Anthony wants to. Andy, Robert. Lots of people want to do that. We got people all over the place. Kind of hard to read everyone's name, but I'll try to get everyone. If you want to do that, if you're tired of all the junk and you're ready to get started, I want you to listen up. I want you to take action and you will get results. Now, again, I got to disclaimer this. I've been doing this for almost 20 years now. It's a long time. It's like most of my life. I have been doing internet marketing. And we look at that and we're like, okay, are you going to get the same results? Will you get results in 13 minutes? I don't know. I don't know what your results will be. The average internet marketer ends up with very little or no results because the average internet marketer doesn't do anything and they struggle. And a lot of average internet marketers or would-be internet marketers are in the same place you're in. But what I want to do today is I want to kind of pick you up and put you on a step ahead of the pack and be like this guy, right? Because right now you probably feel like this guy and you're like, well, I'm trying to catch up with everyone, but everyone's like way up here, right? And if you're on Instagram, this is what it looks like, right? We got the little running dude there, right there. There he is, right? And you want to be caught up with the pack, and you're like, hey, I want to get up with those people that are actually making money, and I don't want to be left behind. Because if you don't pay attention to what you're going to learn in the next hour and a half, you're going to be left out of the pack. You're not going to be in the right place. You're not going to understand what's going on. And what you're about to learn will change things very fast if you do it, right? I'm a big believer in getting things done fast. I'm a big believer in I want results now. If I spend money on traffic, if I do work to get stuff going, I want results fast. I want them right now. I don't want to wait around. I'm probably the most impatient internet marketer on the planet. I'm the guy that I used to have a guy who worked for me back in 2004, I think it was, or 2003. And he would come in and we'd always joke around and everything. And he's like, Marcus, I'm going to call you the F5 guy. And for those that don't know, on your keyboard, F5 is refresh. And he called me the refresh guy because we were there and we're like, hey, check this out. You know, I refresh things all day because I sit there and I'm refreshing and seeing how much I made, seeing how much traffic came in, seeing where people are going, because I'm impatient and I want to make money with things. And a lot of you guys might feel that way too. You're like, hey, I'm impatient. I want results like now. I want results now. So how many of you guys want to get results now? And what I'm going to do is I'm about to show you the skill of turning pay-per-click traffic and free traffic and social media traffic into a profitable mailing list. Now, why do you need a mailing list? You need a mailing list because you need to be able to build on what you did the day before. You need to be able to build on the traffic you get, right? Because right now, if I buy no traffic next month, if I decide, hey, I just don't want to pay for traffic next month, I can still generate tens of thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands of dollars just off of the list that I built before. And I got to tell you, we have people that come on that buy things that joined my list back in 2008 when I didn't even know how to do live videos, and we used to do teleseminars because I didn't yet get into webinars. So there's people there that are buying. I just had one yesterday that spent thousands of dollars with us, and he hadn't done anything since 2008. He's like, I've been following you for a while. So this is something that you can build and something that you can really focus on your market and really help people with. Now, we got to look at this because a lot of people say, well, Marcus, where does that $1 per month per subscriber come from anyway? Now, the $1 per subscriber per month is kind of a rule of thumb. They say, well, if you have 10,000 subscribers on your mailing list, you should be able to make $10,000 a month, right? Rule of thumb. But we look at this and there's a lot of variables. Sometimes you'll make less. Sometimes you'll make a lot more. Because if you look at this, and if I have 10,000 people on a mailing list and I send an email, and let's say on that email 1% or let's say 5% click through. Okay, so I have 10,000 people. And if I do that times 5%, that means I send an email and 5% of the people, or maybe 10%, open the email and 5% click. That means I am now able to generate 500 clicks at the drop of a hat. Doesn't cost me anything. I just send the email, hopefully give them good information. Maybe I'll get more than 500 clicks. Who knows? And we look at that and we're like, okay, at any given time, I can generate 500 clicks to whatever the hell I want. Now, of course, you got to send them to ethical things. You got to send them to things that they're going to like, they're going to appreciate you for, and of course, things that are going to make you money. So we look at that and we focus and we're like, hey, now I can send 500 people wherever I want. Now, if I do that once a week, that's 2,000 visitors a month I can send wherever I want. If I do that every day, right, that'd be 500 times 31 days in a month, right? That means I can generate did I do that right? 500 times 31 clicks a month. I thought that was a little low. That means I can generate 15,000 clicks to whatever I want every month. How many of you guys you think if you had 15,000 people that would go wherever you want each and every month, you'd be able to make money, right? How many of you guys are like, dude, that's cool. Like, really? You could send 15,000 people? And that's with a list of only 10,000. That's not that many, right? And that's with only a 5% click-through rate. That's not that many. So when we look at this stuff, we're like, hey, check this out. The name of the game is the ability to drive attention, okay? This is the attention marketplace. We are in the attention-based economy. If you can get attention, you win. Why was American Idol a successful show? Not because it's that entertaining. I actually find it, like, kind of difficult to watch. Why are there things on TV that are popular and successful? Because of the fact that they can get attention. You look at things like the Oprah Winfrey Show or the Dr. Phil's or whatever. They have these TV shows out there, and they get attention because people like that content. Okay, so now we got to look at this because the value is in the eye of the beholder, right? I might look at your mailing list and be like, well, what the heck, dude? I don't care about, like, picking strawberries or, growing plants or whatever. I don't care about these things. What I care about is this. But other people might. You might have a bunch of gardening people that are like, hey, we love strawberries and we like to pick them and we like to grow them and whatever. Now, just because you're not interested in it doesn't mean that other people won't be. There's a lot of things people are interested in that I'm not interested in that I've actually made money on. And we got to look at that because it's very, very important to go through and it's very important to look at. Okay, everyone with me so far? Type a 10 in the box if you're with me. Type a 1 if you're totally lost. But the name of the game is I want you to understand that you got to have a list. Now, again, $1 per subscriber per month is kind of like a benchmark. And we look at that and we're like, okay, where does that number come from? It comes from the idea that if you're able to generate the clicks, if I got 15,000 clicks to an offer, I should at least be able to get like 60 cents a click, right? And 60 cents a click times the 15,000, we'll just put 15,000 for sake of time, 60 cents would be like 9,000 bucks. Okay, does that make sense to everyone? Okay, pretty easy. It's like basic. Again, it's not guaranteed or anything. Some people will make a lot more, like I do. Some people will make a lot less. It just depends on your market. And I find that in markets where you make less, it's a lot easier to generate a big list, like the one that I talked about earlier where I had generated 500,000 people, right? The margins on that, I was making like 30 cents a click or whatever. But again, it was very lucrative because of the fact that we had the numbers. So it's a trade-off there. Some things get a lot of traffic, make a little money. Some things get a lot of traffic, make a lot of money. So, you do the math there. All right, so looks like everyone is with me and we're ready to go. And we will talk about how to massage your mailing list, how to take care of your mailing list, and how to look at it. Because yesterday I was reading something and someone was like, well, hey, are you just out there like to make as many sales as you want? Like, do I want to just send emails, hammer in my list to buy things, or do I want to like try to take care of them? Well, you can hammer them and get them to buy things, but that's going to diminish the power of your list. Okay, what we want is we want a list that anticipates our stuff, that actually follows our stuff and looks at it, and we can make money for a long time, even when things are bad. I remember when I went to rehab years ago, I made money to pay for my rehab, which, as you know, rehab's really expensive. By the way, I'm coming up on 4 years sober next month, so that is, aside from all the money-making stuff, that is an accomplishment that I really like and I really enjoy because it was difficult, right? It like almost ended my life and everything like that. You can learn about that later on my other stuff as well. But it made me money while I was there, right? I didn't even work. I didn't even have access to a computer. I did have access for a little time, but I was like, I'm here to focus. So we got to look at that. Welcome to those joining us on the Instagram now. So we got to look at that, and a mailing list is like having a resource, right? It's a resource in your business that's going to make you money whenever you want. It's like the bread and butter if you use it correctly. Now, here we have to look at, and we have to say, what is the thing that drives this, right? What drives this whole thing? How do we do this? And thank you for your congrats on my sobriety. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, so here's one simple question that drives the whole thing. The whole thing is driven by this. What is it going to take for me to get a conversion? What's it going to take for me to get someone to buy something or someone to be on my mailing list or whatever? And here's a bonus question, right? Not the other way. That sounded a little funny. Here's the bonus question. How many conversions do I need each day? Right? How many do I need each day to get what I want? So what I want you guys to do right now is I want you to get a number in your head. Okay, I don't want you to be like crazy with your number. A lot of people get on this stuff and they're like, Marcus, I want to make $1 bazillion a minute. And, I see the guy with the Ferraris and the everything online, and that's what I want. And that's fine. That's good. But I want you to come up with a goal that you'd like maybe in the next year, right? Maybe by April 4th, 2019, you'd like to be making X amount per year. And I want you to type that number in the box. Okay, type that number in the box, and we'll go ahead and go through that. And I want to show you something because we're going to cut this down really, really basic and say, this is what you need to do to get what you want to get. So really cool. All right. Jeff says he wants to make $10,000 a month, I think it is, so about $120,000 a year. Okay, cool. And then let me open up a notepad. We'll put some of these on here so that you guys can see what's going on, okay, and get you guys going, because the goal here is, like, you guys want to make money, right? You don't want to, like, mess around. So we got Jeff. He wants to make $120,000 a year. 120 if I can type. 120. We got Toby wants 250. Okay, we got Toby, a different Toby. Or no, Troy wants 250. Toby says he wants 30K. Okay, good. Paul's like, hey, dude, I want to make 150K. All right. And again, this is just hypothetical. We don't know what we're going to get. We got Lawrence says he wants to do about $1,000 a day, or $365 a year, 365K. Okay, 12,000 a month, and on we go. So a lot of people are there. Let's say the average looks like the average person wants to make about $100,000 per year. Okay, so if you want to make $100,000 a year, I want you to visualize that, right? What would your life look like if you had an extra $100,000 a year coming from your online business? You're like, dude, check this out, right? Endless Burning on Instagram says he wants to make $1,000 a day, so he's right there with Lawrence in the 365 and everything like that. Okay, so I want you to visualize what your life would look like. What would your life look like next year if you were like, hey, check this out. I actually generated an extra $100,000, right? You'd probably be able to pay, like, your mortgage and your car and send your kids to school and everything. And, you know, maybe you could quit your job and everything too, right? I want you to visualize what your life would look like. What's my life going to look like, okay? If I generated an extra $100,000 a year from my business, what would that do, right? Maybe I could buy a couple of second houses and rent them out or something. Or maybe I could, maybe for me, I could hire 3 people to work full time and do stuff and help me make even more, right? So what's that going to look like for you? I want you to visualize that. I want you to see it. When you see it, I want you to put the big goal, okay? So like Damon says, chilling with my kids. Okay, Damon is a man like me. He's like, dude, I want to chill with the kids. That's why I started this business. I found out my girlfriend, now wife, was pregnant at the time, and I'm like, hey, I don't want to, like, go to work. I want to stay home, and I want to play with my kids, and I want to be home when they come home from school. I'm the chef in the family, so I get to cook. It's not stressful. You know, we just do it. Stacy, welcome. Nick, welcome. Okay, so we look at that. Toby says freedom. Toby says I'd be debt-free. Paul would take vacations with his grandkids. Robin says, you know, I'd spend more time with my family. Philip says my life would look great, right, if I had an extra $100,000. And we look at this, and now we take the $100,000, and we're like, okay, $100,000 divided by 365. All right, we're like, okay, 100,000. My eyes are deceiving me today. And for those of you who wear contacts, have you ever had, like, a bad contact day? Or you put them in and it's just not working. It doesn't work. And you're like, okay, I need to go get my glasses or whatever. You guys can relate. All right, so $100,000 a year divided by 365 is a number of about $274 a day. All right, so $274 a day. We look at that, we're like, okay, cool, $274 a day. What would I have to do? Well, if I could drive 500 visitors to whatever I want, whenever I want, and I could sell something, maybe I sell something for $274, maybe I sell 3 things for $80 or whatever it is, right? You do the math and you're like, okay, now I can get to my goal. How many of you guys can see your goal right now? Okay? Right? You can see your goal. Okay, we look at that. Now, Huheed says, I'm doing too much talking. Well, that's kind of the idea of a webinar, right? You come here, you listen to me talk, right? I don't know. Do you guys want me to dance or sing or something? I don't think that would be pretty, but, you know, to each his own, right? Maybe that'd be cool. I don't know. Maybe I'd get more views. But, okay, so we look at that and we're like, okay, we're going to make this work. So $274 a day, let's get that in our mind. Let's look at that. If I'm able to drive 500 clicks wherever I want per day, okay, to something good, all I got to do with those 500 clicks is make 50 cents a click. That's it. That's not that hard to do, right? And we look at that and we're like, okay, let's focus. Let's make it work. Okay, excellent. So those are our questions. First question, what's it going to take to get a conversion? Okay, what's it going to take? If I send 500 clicks, what's it take to get a conversion? Well, if I get a 1% conversion rate, I ought to be able to sell 5 things, right? Pretty simple, okay? And how many conversions do I need each day? If you're taking notes, Write those two things down. What's it going to take to get a conversion? How many do I need each day? Now, you might be like, dude, Marcus, what the heck? What's with all these like WordPress things? That doesn't even make any sense. Well, what I'm showing you here is a screenshot of the Google AdWords keyword tool to show you that there's lots of traffic in lots of niches, and you will never run out of traffic if you use my methods. It's very easy to do. People are searching for things all day, every 60 seconds. 4 million people search Google. That's a lot of people. All right, and when we look at this, we're like, okay, check this out. Right, we got free WordPress themes. And you say, well, Marcus, what would I do? Like, how many of you guys, if you had a list of people, right, you were able to email 10,000 people right now, obviously, ethically, don't do spam, don't do junk. We're talking about building a good mailing list. We're going to talk to you about how that works as well. But you want to do it right. But if you could send an email to 10,000 people who are interested in WordPress themes, how many of you guys are like, Marcus, I don't see the money, buddy. They want free themes. I don't know. How many of you guys are like, well, Marcus, I kind of see where you're going with that. That kind of makes a little bit of sense, right? Type it in the box. Type themes in the box if you're like, I get it, right? I get this. This makes sense. Okay, type that in the box. And hopefully my eyes don't look as bad on the other webinar as they do on the Instagram. But, you know, to each his own. It's not a beauty contest here. It's a webinar. Right. All right, cool. So type themes in the box if that's you. All right, Endless Burning Energy on Instagram's with us. We got Andrea says themes. Okay, lots of people saying themes. All right, you get the idea. Now, when we look at this, we say, well, what else does the person want? Okay, now I look at something like free WordPress themes, and let's go over to the board and see if we can show this here. All right, hopefully, I think we're caught up. I don't think it's too glitchy right now, but we'll see what's going on. So we look at this, and we go over to the board, and we're like, okay, we got free WordPress themes. Now, right now, we look at it, and we're like, okay, free WordPress themes gets 60,000 views a month, or searches. That's the word I'm looking for. All right, so we have something like themes, and we got these themes, okay? Maybe I'll bring the Instagram people over here so they can see too. Here we go. Try not to get dizzy, Instagrammers. We're going to get you over here. Right there you are. Cool. Welcome. See, now you can see themes right there. All right, so we have themes here. We got these people on Google. They're searching for themes. Yay, wonderful, great. Here's these people searching for themes. Now, what do we do with them? Well, what I do is I like to say, okay, well, we know they're searching. 60,000 people every month, okay? 60,000 people a month. Actually, more than that if you count the subcategory words, but for sake of, math, let's just make it easy. So that's like 2,000 people a day. Pretty cool. All right, so we got 2,000 people every single day searching for free WordPress themes. What do they want? Well, what do we know about them? Okay, the key is the more you know about your market, the better it's going to be. That's why when we get into list building, a lot of people talk about like deep dive sequences, mailing list statistics, mailing list, finding out about your market, ask campaigns, that's ASK. Don't want to do any other campaigns that sound similar, but an ask campaign is where you ask your market what they want. Now, there's other ways you could do this as well just by watching what they click on. But we have these things, and now what do we know about the market? So right now, all I know is I have a keyword on Google. That's it. They're looking for free WordPress themes. Okay, that's all I know. But what can I kind of deduce from that? Well, I can deduce that they probably have a website. Okay, they have a website, maybe it's like a free website. The fact that they're looking for free themes probably means they have a free website on like one of those free platforms. I know that they use WordPress. Okay, cool. I know they are interested in having a website and everything like that. So we know some things about them, okay? Now, the reason I like a word like free WordPress themes is because of the fact that it's very easy to get people to build a mailing list or to get people to join your mailing list, right? All I have to do is offer them what? What do I offer them if they're coming here, right? What would I offer them? If I say, hey, you know what? I want you to put your name and email in the box, okay? What would I offer these people? Okay, what would I offer and how much would I charge? All right, if I say, hey, I want to just build a mailing list, okay, well, Robert hit the nail on the head. I'd offer them free themes, okay? And we got Endless Energy says, maybe they want web hosting. Yes, that's exactly where I was going with it, right? Web hosting pays me $100 a sale, sometimes $300 a sale. It pays a lot of money, okay? So we have this stuff, and we're like, okay, check this out. We got a lot of people that are looking for this. Now, all we have to do is make a simple lead capture page. Okay, we have all the tools in your Simple Sites program. It's very easy to do. You go there, you make a lead capture page, boom, you're done. Okay, all I got to do is find some free themes. Now I can go and I can, if I'm lazy, I can compile a list of places that offer free themes, and I can be like, here's your free themes, thanks for joining. And then maybe on the mailing list, I could be like, hey, check it out. Email number 1, hey guys, you know, if you're on one of those free platforms, you might want to get paid hosting. That way you get your own domain and everything. By the way, this company offers a free domain, and I made a little video for you to set up. Boom. Send 500 people there. You're going to get some sales, right? Cool. Also, you can get them to themes, you can get them to plugins, paid stuff, right? Because just because someone wants something free doesn't mean they don't buy things. This is one of the biggest mistakes marketers make. They say, well, Marcus, free themes is not a buyer list. Well, last time I checked, people didn't go on YouTube to pay for my videos, right? Think about that for a minute. But I make a fortune off of it because, hey, check this out. I can get them into other content. People didn't go there because they wanted to pay for themes. They go there because they want free stuff. I offer them a free thing. They say, well, gee, that Marcus guy's pretty swell. He gave me that theme, and he also gave me some other stuff. So what I do is when I build my list, I like to do what's called a break-even thank you page. We're going to call that the BET. All right, that sounds official, right? The BET. Type that in the box if you want to have a BET. All right, the goal here is to say, well, if I can get these people looking for themes, obviously, I'm probably not going to rank in Google in the free search for free WordPress themes. That's like impossible. But because other marketers don't know what they're doing with this one, I can probably get this traffic for 10 cents a click or less, okay? Pretty cool. Probably 7 cents if I do the content network stuff, which you're going to learn as well. All right, so pretty cool. I'm like, hey, check this out. Here we go. We got these free theme guys. I pay 10 cents. They come to this page. I give them good themes and cool stuff. What if I get 1 out of every, let's say 1 out of every 5. Now, I do a lot better than this, but let's give you the low ball numbers so that you can look at this. Let's say 1 out of every 5 joins my mailing list. That means if I got 2,000 people a day, let's say I get 500 of them. Okay, cool. So I get 500, 1 out of every 5 joins my mailing list. That means my mailing list is growing by 100 people a day or 3,000 people per month. That means at the end of the year, remember how we said, hey, what do you want to make in a year? At the end of the year, I'm going to have 36,000 people on my mailing list. Pretty cool, right? Yay, excellent. How many of you guys want a mailing list with 30,000 people on it? You're like, that would be awesome. Marcus, that would be the greatest thing. Actually, you'd have about, I don't know, 36,000 or something like that. My math is not working today. That's my computer's not the only thing being funny. It's also my brain. But we look at that and we're like, okay, we got these people on our list. Now, you just paid, if you're doing the math, 10 cents a click, okay? It took you 5 clicks to get 1 opt-in, which means you paid 50 cents per email. Okay, pretty cool. 50 cents per subscriber. Now, if you look at it and you're like, well, if I can do the rule of thumb and make $1 a month per subscriber, the ROI is pretty insane, right? Because everyone's like, dude, the ROI just, it makes so much sense, it's not even funny. Even if I only got 50 cents per month per subscriber, the ROI is still 12 times ROI, right? How many of you guys are like, yay, that's great. ROI, there's another big term for you. Return on investment. What are you making for your investment? Now, you can do this with free traffic as well, but we're going to talk about this, okay? So there we go. We're like, ROI. Yay. Now, the BET is your break-even thank you page. What do I want to do? Now, how many of you guys know what I want to do with my BET before I even say it, right? Type it in the box. Get your guesses there. That way I have an excuse to drink coffee. All right, so type it in. What do I want to do with my BET? It's kind of in the name, but we'll humor yourself. Richard says sell hosting. Okay, that would be good, but not what I'm looking for. Okay, the BET. All right, what we want to do is we want to break even. Okay, I just got a guy here. I paid 50 cents. Now he's on my page. I'm out 50 cents, but I got a subscriber. What I want to do on the BET is I want to make my 50 cents back. Boom. There we go. I want to break even. Okay, break even. What this is called is building a mailing list for free. Okay, check this out. So, like Ian says, I want to recover my 50 cents. So now if you could build a mailing list. Let's say you went out there and you bought 1,000 visitors today, right? You get 1,000 visitors. They come to your site. 1 out of every 5 opts in, and you get 200 people on your list. Okay, you spent $100 for that traffic, because 10 cents times 100. Now, my goal is, how do I make $100 back? Pretty cool. Now I got my list, but I want to make $100 back because I want to get paid while I build my list. Okay, so what I would do is I'll be like, well, maybe I could put like hosting right here. Okay, if one of those 200 people gets web hosting, boom, I'm done. I made my money back. I got my $100. Now I got a list of 200 people. I do that every day this month. At the end of the month, I got a list of 6,000 people, I think, if my math is correct. All right, I got a list of 6,000 people, and I didn't pay a damn thing for it. How many of you guys want a list of 6,000 people for free? Right? This is how you do it. Very, very cool. So we look at that, and we're like, okay, cool. So I could do hosting. I could do other themes. Maybe I could even do a toolbar. Okay, there happens to be a toolbar out there that pays, I think, $3. It's like a theme toolbar, and they pay $3, and they get this toolbar that gives them all these cool themes. That would be pretty cool, right? Off of that, if you give that away for $3, you give it away, you get paid $3. Out of the 200, I bet I could get probably 60. Let's be more conservative. Let's say 40 people. I get 40 people. That's $120 right there. Okay, you guys starting to see how it adds up? Type adds up if you're starting to see it, because if I get one dude to do hosting and 40 people to do the theme toolbar, okay, all I did is sell one thing and give away 40 things, and I don't have to opt in for it. It's just a little toolbar, and boom, there we go. Right? How many of you guys are seeing the vision? Type vision in the box, because if this makes sense to you, this is how it works. Now, also, what this break-even page is telling you is that your market's really interested in what you want, or what you think they want. There we go. All right. So if I think they want hosting and no one gets hosting, I'm like, well, yeah, they probably didn't want that. If I think they want this and they don't do it, then, well, maybe they don't want that. Okay. You could also use other tactics. We have tools in your Simple Sites course that will show you exactly how to target your mailing list and figure out on your break-even thank you page what they want, because this is the most valuable page on your website. Hands down. You can make a pretty site. You can make a wonderful. I can have a simple little stupid white background page with some offers on it, and I can outsell you because I know that this is the most important page on the site. Okay, if you're seeing the vision, type that in the box. Let me know. We're going to hop back over here and go into some more screen stuff as well. So Instagrammers, don't get dizzy. We're bringing you over here. There you are. Okay, so let's get this going. Turn this monitor over. And transition. Okay, so that's what we're doing. Hopefully you guys all see the vision there. And how you guys doing? You guys enjoying this call so far? If you are, let me know. And we're going to get into the real stuff and show you how it works, because if you can do this, it works, right? So we look at that and we're like, hey, look at all this traffic, right? You got free WordPress themes. You got WordPress theme. And when you look at this, like if I go to Google right now, I don't think there's a lot of advertisers. Let's see here. Free WordPress themes. Okay, and I actually have a buddy who makes a huge thing. He's got a huge list in WordPress stuff, and he makes a great living. He doesn't even work his job anymore. He just does this kind of stuff. It's really cool. So we look at that, and we're like, okay, we got an advertiser here. Now, notice the top 2 advertisers. What do you guys notice? Right? They're hosting companies. Okay, so, hey, just saying. All right. 2 advertisers at the top. We have 0 advertisers at the bottom. 1 advertiser at the top of the second page. Looks like they're repeating now. Okay, so the advertisers are starting to repeat. So we can get this traffic extremely inexpensive, probably 10 to 30 cents a click. 30's on the high side. I could probably get it for 10. You can also go to Bing. You can look at Bing or Yahoo. They both pull from Bing's Ad Center platform. So we can go here and do free WordPress themes, and hopefully it'll correct my spelling because I had put too many E's there. Free WordPress themes. Okay, same advertisers. Gee, what do you know? 1 advertiser at top, couple at the bottom, nothing too big. Okay, nothing on the second page, couple at the bottom. Okay, so we look at this. We're like, okay, cool, check this out. We got all these people looking up WordPress themes. Easy to get into. Type it, put easy. We easy there? Okay, are we frozen or are we okay? Let's see, this camera is being silly, so we're going to try to reload it. Let's see. Bear with me 1 second. We'll get the camera back online. It wants to be slow today. Bear with me, because this is going to be good info. Okay, come on, go, go, go. Let's try this real quick. Bear with me 1 second. Okay. And we will have it fixed. All right. Okay, bear with me 1 second. We'll get that going. All right, so we'll just go ahead and go through. I think the screen is still working, so we're good. We'll try to get the camera back online. If it doesn't come on, that's cool. We'll be all right. It might come back. We'll see if it does. But we'll go through there, and you Instagrammers are still there, which is good. Okay, so we have this here. We have this WordPress login thing. We're like, good, yay, wonderful. USB, okay. That camera's being funny. So let's try to plug it into a different spot. Okay, so WordPress themes, we got this here. How many of you guys are understanding what's going on so far? Okay, we're like, okay, we got these WordPress themes. That's great. That's wonderful. What do we do with them? Okay, we should be back online now. I think we are. Cool. Excellent. All right, so the WordPress themes are ready to go. We're like, okay, here we go. Now, if we look at this and we're looking at our BET, our thank you page that we want to break even on, all we got to look at is one conversion is only 100 clicks a day. That's it, okay? One conversion at 3% is 33 clicks a day. One conversion at 5% is 20 clicks a day. One conversion at 10% is 10 clicks a day. And of course, if you're doing 30%, like on the toolbars and stuff like that, it's obviously a lot less too, right? I can only get like 3 clicks a day, and I'm going to get 1 download. Now, the cool part about this is you build your list while earning, which is excellent. Now, when your list is going to help you get traffic even after you got your first clicks. So even if I get those first clicks, and like, let's say only one guy gets web hosting and 40 download that thing, all right, I still got like 160 people that are on my list that haven't done anything. So I can just send them an email and be like, hey, you didn't get your toolbar yet, or, you know, here's a video on hosting or whatever, or here's some other thing, right? So we look at that and we're like, okay, cool, we can focus on this, right? How many of you guys are looking at this and you're able to look at it objectively and you're like, dude, this works. I see this, right? I see other stuff where it's like, oh, you set up a site and it's whatever, but I can see how this works in this example, okay? And this is actually an example that I've used to make money. This is why I'm bringing it up. I always like to show you guys what's really working so that you can go out there and you can do it. The same thing works with anything. If you're in weight loss, right? You could put together a free PDF about, you know, weight loss workouts or whatever, give it away to them, build a mailing list, okay? Traffic's super cheap. You get your BET that's going to have your break-even offers on it, hopefully recoup your money back, and of course, learn about your market, and then you build and build and build, okay? So very simple. Very good. All right, so now we have that, and we take a look, and we're like, okay, our list helps us get traffic even after we get our first clicks. So now I have thousands and thousands of people, hundreds of thousands of people actually, that are sitting there, and I can email them, and I can send them things that are helpful. Now, I got to ask you this, because this is where the rubber meets the road. It's all a numbers game. If you hate numbers, either learn to like numbers, get a calculator, or don't do internet marketing. That's the 3 options, right? You either do it or you don't. But I got to ask you this question, and the question is how many little clicks are stopping you from your money goals? How many little clicks are stopping you? Because right now, there's little clicks out there. They're searching for things. They're looking for things. And all we have to do is focus and get them. All we got to do is work on it, right? We've got to go out there and say, hey, this is how it works. We just focus and we make it work. Okay? So that's the deal. I think our webcam is totally failing us. Let me see if I can do something else here. We could probably just take that other cam or something. Let's see. Cancel and Logitech. Looks like our webcam wants to fail us. Maybe we can get this one on. Let's see here. It'll be a little weird because you guys will be like right here, but maybe it'll work. Let's see here. And hopefully our Instagram people will pull them over here. All right, cool. So let's see. This might work. Game capture. HD. There we go. All right, I'm a little big, but that does work, right? So I'm a little bit big, but that's cool. It's all good. Is that good? Does that work for everyone? And this one will work. I just have a really big face. Okay, cool. So there we go. Alvin says, is it advisable to just do paid ads and direct them from the opt-in page with a free report ebook, even if you don't have a blog site? I would recommend making a site. It's kind of important to make your own site. I mean, that's like a big deal. So, you know, I would definitely do that. So yeah, definitely build your own site. Okay, let's see if we can move this down a little. We will get this sorted out. Move down. Move up. Okay. I think we'll be okay there. Let's do this. Move up. Okay. That'll do the trick. Okay, cool. Okay, so we got some questions coming in. Should I build a website that has 2 different languages or a simple site to target a country? I would build one. Start with one, okay? One is going to work for you if you do it the right way. So you just have to focus and you got to say, okay, I'm going to build one based on the WordPress thing. I'm going to focus on one language and then boom, there we go. We're done. Okay, so we look at that. Now we look at our conversions. Now you got to ask yourself, how many little clicks are stopping me from my money goals? And you got to say, are you ready to make money? Right? How many of you guys are ready to make this work? And again, results not typical, implied, or guaranteed. I don't know what you're going to make. I don't know what you're going to get. You just got to set it up and you got to try it. Okay, but how many of you guys are like, Marcus, I'm ready to make money. I see how this works. We build a mailing list. We make it work. We focus and boom, we're done. Okay, here's the deal. And say it in the box. Let's see who's ready. Toby's ready. All right, we got Nabul, looks like he's ready. Andy, Richard, who else is ready? Should be everyone, right? Everyone should be ready. If you're listening on Instagram, let me know if you're ready as well. All right, Dina's ready. Brian's ready. Got a lot of people coming on there. Andy, Robert, Bad Dog. Okay, everyone's ready. So let's go for this. Let's make it ready. Let's make you guys ready to work. Let's focus on this. Okay, you got to say with me, I'm ready to make money, Marcus. And let's look at this. The key and the name of the game is you need people to sell stuff to. Okay, you got to have people to sell stuff to. Plain and simple. Now, these are your leads. Why do they call it a lead? Because a lead leads to a sale. Very simple, right? It leads to a sale. That's your goal of getting the sale, is by getting the lead and getting people interested. Very important, okay? So we're going to take a look. Here's an example from a simple little starter page that I did on a market very similar to the one that we've been going over, where I'm generating about 40 to 50 leads a day. Sometimes we get more, sometimes we get less. I always break even on the thank you page. Without having leads, your business doesn't exist. Okay, now there's debates here where people say, well, Marcus, what about a gas station in the middle of the desert? Okay, well, he doesn't really have leads, but he also has an endless stream of customers. Okay, so you can do like a one-off thing. You can sell affiliate products directly without building a list, but you're throwing a lot of money away and you're making it a lot harder on yourself. Okay, this is where people fail. This is where people struggle because they're not building it. Without leads, your business doesn't really exist. It's kind of a fly-by-night thing. For example, if you have that gas station on the highway and they decide to bypass you by a freeway, then you're out, right? They build a new freeway and you are out of business, which sucks, right? Unless you have leads, and you could be like, hey, if you liked my gas, go over here. I got gas over here. All right, so here's what it looks like. Here's an example of one of my high converting lead pages. It's for simple videos. I use this exact same format. This format is built into our plugins that we make. It's built into everything that we do because it works, right? It works. We get people in there. Now, I'm currently able to pay $8.11 or more per lead. Think about that for a minute. So I'm able to pay $8 per lead because I know my numbers, right? If you know your numbers, if you know how to make this work, and we're going to show you how to find your numbers, you look at that and you're like, okay, once I know my metrics, game over. I go buy traffic. Very simple, okay? Does that make sense to everyone? Like, knowing your numbers is the name of the game. Knowing your numbers is why this works, why people are able to outbid people, why people are able to make a lot of money, why people are able to do this stuff, okay? So we look at that. Now, again, the $1 a month rule of thumb, if I did that within a year, I'd be paid back if I was just doing the $1 a month, but I know I'm able to make a lot more, right? So we look at that and we focus and we're like, okay, this is going to work. Again, if I convert something at like 5%, I know right up front on my BET, my amount I'm going to make is what, 5 times the amount the lead cost. So we look at that and it works. Now, of course, the next question is, how many leads can I have, right? We want as many leads as possible. How many leads can we generate? And again, it's called a lead because it leads to a sale. These are people who are interested, who said, hey, I'm interested in WordPress themes, or hey, I'm interested in web hosting, or hey, I'm interested in losing weight, or I'm interested in bodybuilding, or whatever it is. And then boom, you're able to follow up with them. Now, if you learn to get leads, you will make money. Right, so that's the key. Here's some screenshots from some places that I have leads. Okay, we have 21,000 leads I generated on one of them in the last year, have over 62,000 active subscribers on that one. Another one I just started, a small one, about 8,500, another one with 30,000. Now you look at these numbers and they're not that big, right? It's like, oh, well, I've seen people with lists of 500,000, and that's all cool. But the key is in knowing how to convert them, because having a big list isn't that important if you know how to convert them. If I could get 500 rabid fans that are interested in what I have and buy the things that I promote, then boom, we're off to the races. Or do the affiliate offers I promote, then we're off to the races, right? So you can make a good amount off of a little list if you do it correctly. Okay, so you don't have to have a big list. Don't worry about that. Okay, here's another one. I have 19,000 subscribers. Again, social media is kind of like having your own subscribers as well, because when you have subscribers on YouTube or Facebook or Twitter or whatever, followers, whatever they call them, now you can get people that are going to go to whatever it has, right? Like if I have YouTube subscribers and I come out with a new video, boom, instant traffic, right? I know that instantly a brand new video is going to get like 1,000 views, even if I don't do anything but upload it. Okay, I don't even have to have traffic coming in from keywords or anything because, hey, the subscribers are going to watch it. Okay, same kind of thing with like Facebook groups. Okay, I have a small Facebook group. I've been kind of playing around with it this year. Got about 1,100 members in it, and I got to tell you, it's valuable. I see other people with Facebook groups, and they're extremely valuable because of the fact that people are anticipating what they're going to do. They're looking at what works for them, okay? They buy stuff, right? Very cool. All right, so again, we look at like Instagram. Again, just started Instagram, but it's been extremely profitable. We actually have people listening to us live on the Instagram right now from that. And, you know, hey, you just make it work and you go through and you provide good, valuable content. Now, here are lots of ways that you can make money online with your website. Okay, I want you to take notes, write these down. Works really well. Okay, number one, you can get paid for showing banners on your site. So let's say all you do is create content. Maybe you are a YouTuber, maybe you are a blogger, and you have all this traffic. Maybe you're out there and you do recipes or whatever. And you're like, Marcus, how do I make money on this? Well, again, look at it. If you build a mailing list and you say, hey, if you want my latest, greatest video or my latest, greatest whatever, then boom, I'm going to send that to you and you're going to go to my site. Okay, so they come back to your blog, builds the traffic. You can run banner ads on the blog and say, hey, you know what? We get 5,000 people a month looking at the blog. You can put a banner ad. Not the best way to make money, but hey, it works. Okay, we're going to show you better ways. Number two, you can get paid when people click on ads. You can put like Google AdSense, Content Network. Again, be careful with this because sometimes they don't like email traffic to go to those things. So just, you know, use it with caution, read the terms and conditions and everything like that. But you can put it on other things, right? Don't put it on your thank you page though, or pages for email. Next, you can get paid when people fill out forms. Now, this is a cool one because people pay for leads. Okay, just like you're trying to generate leads, there's other companies out there that they say, hey, you know what? I want leads and I'll pay you $1 every time someone fills out the form, or $40 when someone fills out a mortgage application, or you know, $100 when someone does this or whatever it is. And we look at that and we're like, okay, cool. So I can get paid per lead. Okay. And it's really good. Sometimes they pay as much as $600 a lead. Sometimes as low as like, you know, I don't know, 80 cents or something, I think is the cheapest one I've seen. Okay. Now you can also get paid when people, download things. Okay, this is like the download offers I talked to you about with the toolbars, with the themes and things like that, right? That's what works extremely well if you do it the right way. And you just have to get out there, find things that your market is interested in, and then boom, you're off to the races and everything works for you. All right, does that make sense to everyone? If that makes sense, let me know, and we'll try to get this going. I think we're not frozen, which is good. Okay, cool. So that's the deal. We can get paid also from when people buy things. Obviously, if people buy things, if I have a list, right? If I have a mailing list of people that are interested in workout stuff, all I got to do is go to offervault.com where I find my affiliate offers, and I can type in like, I don't know, like P90X or workout or something like that. Okay, and I can find all the offers that are related to workout, and then I can send them to my page, do a little review on it and how it's going to help them, and say, go buy this thing, right? And you can see that there's tons and tons of things like this ab workout belt. Okay, I've sold lots of these ab workout belts. They work extremely well. And we look at it and let's say, okay, so on this one, I think it's probably like a free trial. Okay, so over the last 15 it's a free trial, or maybe like you order Flex belt. Let's see what it costs for them. So, okay, one Flex belt. So it's like $200, and we get paid $68, which is pretty cool. Okay, there's some others that have free trials and things like that, and it works well. Now, someone says, how about repeats? Yeah, you could repeat the same offer, just pitch it in a different way. That's okay. Just as long as you're not like sending your, hey, go to this offer, go to this offer. You got to put your own creativity and you got to put your spin on it, which is in turn going to make you a lot of money. Because if you look at it and you're like, okay, WordPress themes or workout guides, you know, how can I help them, right? You could help them out by, you know, maybe offering things that's going to help them lose belly fat or whatever it is, and it works really, really, really well. Like Zimalatus says, you know, that's good. I think he does like unboxing and things, which is kind of cool. And you can do the same kind of thing, like buy the product, test it out, or whatever. Okay, but there's always offers, and if you are able to generate traffic at the drop of a hat, boom, you can make a lot of money. This is when someone actually goes and makes a sale, a purchase. One of the biggest networks for this is ClickBank. You guys have heard of this, but there's others too. Like if you tried ClickBank, I probably make like 1% of my income with ClickBank, and most with the other stuff like Norton Antivirus. A lot of times they'll do a trial or something like that. And imagine if you had a list of people that are interested in like deleting viruses from the computer. Again, super cheap traffic, but you can build it and you can do really, really well with it. Okay, next you can get paid when people try things, is like pay per trial. These are like as seen on TV offers. Okay, so if we do like as seen on TV here, as seen on TV. Okay, we go here and we're like, okay, as seen on TV. Let's see here. It's a little slow today, but that's all right. I think everything's kind of slow today, including my brain. But that's okay. Snoring solutions, right? Imagine if you had a list of people that got your snoring tips, okay? Or, you know, Prodamin or whatever. And you look at this and it's like tons of ways to make money. And you can see they pay pretty good. Like this one here is like a lending thing, I think. $350 a lead, $105 a lead, $70, $70, $70. And again, all you got to do is get like 3 of these a day, and you're making your $100,000 a year or whatever. Again, results not typical. You probably won't make anything. No one makes anything, but a few people do. Okay, so pretty cool. So we look at that. Everyone following so far on a scale of 1 to 10, how we doing? Okay, 1 being, Marcus, what are you talking about, buddy? 10 being, dude, this is awesome. Put that in the box and let me know. Okay, and while you put that in the box, I'm going to see if we, in fact, have a backup webcam that we can use for the broken one. Here we go. Let's see if this one wants to work. That way I don't have to have this big camera in my face, and that way you guys don't have to see close-ups of me because, you know, I'm not that good looking close-up. All right, let's put this in here, see what's going on. See if that one wants to work. Okay. Let's see here. All right, it's loading. Let's see if it wants to load. Okay, cool. So everyone's loving this so far. It's good. I hope you guys are understanding how this works and understanding what's going on. Because again, it's not that hard to do. It's just a numbers game. You just get in there, you make it work, and boom, you're off to the races, right? Very simple, very easy. And again, you just have to do it. And you have to go out there and you have to find something of value to give to your market. And then once you do that, everything's fun and great. Let's see if I can back up a little without falling down. Okay, so that's how that works. Really cool, really easy. Okay, next, you can get paid when people try things. So let's recap. You can get paid for showing banners, not recommended. Clicking ads, not that recommended. You can get paid when people fill out forms. That's a good way. You can get paid when people download. Really good way. When people buy things, excellent way. Try things, excellent way. And so on and so forth. Okay, really cool. Okay, cool. Now, plain and simple, if you can spare 15 minutes a day, I can help you make money with this. All you got to do is go through there, follow the directions, build your list, and then nurture your list. Very simple, okay? And it only costs like $17 a month for list building software. We'll talk to you about that a little bit later as well, okay? Here, let's get into the nitty-gritty of how it works. Here's how to generate leads in a really super easy way. Number one, step one, you take your main big niche, okay, the one your high-paying offers are in, okay? You go for that niche. Next, you split it into sub-niches. So I'm going to go for like WordPress plugins, WordPress tools, WordPress themes, WordPress whatever. That's my niche. Okay, weight loss, I do weight loss guide, weight loss at the gym, belly fat, I break it up. Okay, so I split it in there. That's option B. A. Option B is use the glossary method to find the sub-niches. We'll talk to you about that a little bit more later as well. So we split it into sub-niches. Okay, the sub-niches is where your money's going to come in, because I got to tell you, like going for a word like make money or weight loss or hosting, you're going to get hosed. It's not going to work. Okay, one, it's hard to convert. Two, it's expensive as heck because all the other big guys are doing it. Okay, you got to find a different way, right? When something's easy, everyone does it, and it becomes not easy anymore or not economically feasible. So we got to go through, we got to find a different way. We got to split it up. We got to get different people, and we got to nurture them and find out what's going on. So step one, take your big niche. Step two, split it up, whether you're using the glossary or other methods. Step three, set up a separate blog or lead page to capture leads. Okay, so I'd set up a blog about my themes. Okay, be like, here's all my cool themes. I got themes for lead generation. I got themes for video bloggers. I got themes for this guy. I got themes for that guy. Here's what we got. Okay, they'd be coming in. They'd be putting their name and email on the boxes. I'd be sending them to what they want. So if they come for themes, we give them a free theme. If they come for plugins, we give them a free plugin or give them a list or whatever. If they come for this, we give them that. Okay, very, very cool. That way we go through it and we're like, okay, boom. Done. Okay, next, we're going to go through. Is our camera still working? I think it is. Good. And we're going to go through and we're going to say, okay, step 4, lead them to a giveaway that helps. Give them something helpful. People love PDFs. They love downloads. They love lists. They love spreadsheets. I just gave you a bunch of niches you can use. Really cool. I bought a bunch of niches using these words last night. The domains were worth thousands of dollars. We got them for our high-ticket niche people, which was really cool. Step 5, make a ton of cash with follow-up marketing. That's what you do, okay? I wish it was more difficult so I sounded smarter, but it's really not that hard. Okay, we can look at this YouTube guy. He does the same thing. He's going for like top 10 rules. Now, these screenshots, by the way, the ones that I have down below here, were taken, I think, 2 years ago. Okay, these were taken 2 years ago. Now imagine if you had listened to me 2 years ago, like this guy here. I showed you about him 2 years ago. Very few people paid attention. Very few people listened. He's got over 1 million followers. Like, that's a lot of followers. Okay, so if you pay attention, like you can look at this information. You can be like, oh, that's great, whatever, Marcus, you know, maybe I'll set up a page and not do anything with it, or maybe I won't do anything with what I learned. But imagine kicking yourself in the pants like a year from now saying, well, I could be, right? I'd rather have you look back today at today as the day that changed everything. And you look back and you're like, hey, now I'm making money. Now everything's working. Now we're going through this and boom, it works, right? So moral of the story, listen to what I'm saying. Do this stuff if you want it to work. If you don't want it to work, then don't listen, don't do it. Okay, does that make sense to everyone? Okay, like there it is, right? Since I did this webinar first, like 3 years ago, obviously it's totally different now because we do these live. But 3 years ago I did this. Had you have listened, you'd have a list by now. You'd be making the money by now, right? Don't let that happen again, right? Start to do it. Start to go out there, start to make it, test it out, test it with 50 clicks or whatever. You can use the coupon you get with the way we show you how to build your site, and you can get free traffic and test it out. Right? What's the harm in testing it out? You just got to go do it. Right? How many of you guys are with it? You're like, I want to do this. I want to make it work. Right? Here's another example. Okay? This guy has a hosting company. He went and did, here's hosting for a fitness business, for accounting business, for opticians. Right? I'll try to say that right. Here's one for campgrounds. Like campground hosting? Who would have thought that the guy would sell hosting for people looking for hosting for a campground website? Like, seriously? People are looking that up? Yeah, they are. By the way, you could be an expert in campground websites. Extremely easy because those guys run campgrounds. They don't know how to build websites, right? So you look at that and it's like, boom, there you go. So you break it up. Now you can use these types of videos and these types of sites and everything on pay-per-click, on free traffic. You can use it to generate leads and make a ton. Now look at this example here. Here's a screenshot. You can see that it is a recent one. I took it back from when I started this simple little site off of one of my lists. This is a sub offer. It's not even our main offer. It's not even close to being our main offer. But with this one, we generated like $85,000 with it. And all I did was drive 11,000 clicks to the offer. That's it. It's not even my main offer. That's not even a lot of clicks. That's like, what, $7 a click or something like that? And we're like, boom, there we go. The key is to remember that you are in the driver's seat. You control where your traffic goes. Okay, it's up to you. You control it. Like, this stuff is not left to chance. It's not guess marketing. It's not silly. You go there, you do what you got to do, and you're like, boom, I send them to this. Did that not work? I send them to this instead. At least I'm building a mailing list and building a following, and I can send them other things. Once I find the thing that works, boom, done, game over. You do it. You just keep duplicating what works. Right? Does that make sense to everyone? Okay, and we'll go back through the steps towards the end, but that's the key, right? You control everything. You control the prices, you control the offers, you control how much traffic, you control how much you spend every day on traffic. You're like, I only want to spend $5 a day. That's all you're going to spend, right? Nothing's going to change. All right, that's how it works. You can get reports on everything instantly. Go into your account, you're like, how many people opted in? No one. Okay, I need to revamp. Or everyone. Yay, I'm doing great. How many people bought? Good. How many people clicked but didn't buy? Good. You do that, you use the metrics, and you're off to the races. You can literally see how profitable a campaign will be within a few hours. Okay, I set these up all the time. That's how you work. Again, we look at the $1 per lead example, and it's like, hey, if I could build this, then it'll work. Like, you look at that themes example, you're getting the lead for less than $1. So you're like pretty much in profit when they do the offer on your break-even page. Right? That's it. When they go to your bet and it's like, boom, done. There you go. Now, everything you make after that is like gravy on the potatoes or something like that, right? Does that make sense to everyone? Type gravy if you're like, dude, I get it. That's how it works. I could build a mailing list, make a little money or break even, and now I'm off to the races. Okay, this is why people don't get this stuff. It doesn't work for them because they don't follow through. All right, so here's the deal. We can actually drive cheap, targeted pay-per-click traffic and profit big time. Now, we got some special offers for you today for watching this. If you like this stuff and you want to build a mailing list, I have two options for you. Option number one is a very inexpensive class we're going to have, which I'll show you. And option number two is like, you're going to be in business with me, which is cool. Okay, we're going to talk about those in a little bit. Now, take a look at some of these offers you can do, like credit repair. Let's say you have a list of people who want to repair their credit. You get $41 when they get a free credit score. Like, that's what they want anyway, right? That's what they want. You get $41 to give away a credit score. I mean, just saying. All right, here's another one, PC backup, right? They want to back up their PC. Let's say you have a list of people who have hard drive errors or their computer's acting funny or, you know, they don't want to lose their data. Get $140. They sign up for like a $9 trial. There's another one that pays $160, right? Look at these keywords. Computer keeps crashing, app keeps crashing, Internet Explorer keeps crashing, on and on we go. Done deal, right? How many of you guys are putting 2 and 2 together? Type 2 by 2 in the box if you're putting this together. If you are, give yourself a pat on the back because you are way ahead of everyone else. Okay? All right. Let's keep on going. Again, there's our conversion thing. Now, here's some rules. Okay? And again, at the end, we're going to go to affiliatedude.com/list. You'll see the two options. I'll explain the two options. If you're watching this on my Affiliate Marketing Dude site, these options will be below the chat box. Okay? Rule number one, you got to give helpful content to your market. Got to give it to the list. Helpful stuff. If it's not helpful, you're out. Not going to work. Rule number two, answer their objections. They have questions, right? How many of you guys right here, right now, you have questions about how this works? You're like, Marcus, I like this, but I have questions about how it's going to work. Okay, all I have to do is make an email sequence and say, hey, the biggest question I'm asked first is, how do I get started? Boom, here's how you get started. Lead them to something that pays you. Another question I get is, you know, how much should I expect to make? Here you go. Hey, you shouldn't expect anything, but here's how it works. Very simple, okay? You answer the objections. It's like, okay, maybe people are looking at webinar software. By the way, pays a fortune in affiliate marketing. Which webinar software is the best? How do I do a webinar to make money? This is a huge niche, guys. People don't even think about this. But I think, last I checked, don't quote me on it, I think GoToWebinar pays $300 a sign up. Like, seriously, right? And then if you got a webinar, you got to sell stuff. You can send them to like a shopping cart software or something like Infusionsoft or ClickFunnels or Kartra, which is coming out, which, by the way, is freaking awesome. We'll do a review on that. So we go through and we're like, there we go, right? You just answer the objections. Which one's best for me? Give them what's best for you. Don't just give them whatever. Give them the one that's best for them. Okay? Offer relevant, cool stuff is rule number 3. Number 4, watch your list. See what they like, right? Periodically, I go through. I'm like, what are they opening? What are they clicking on? I'm going to duplicate that, right? I realized that one of my highest open rate was, can I hand you a profitable niche? Boom, done deal. Like, I do that and it sells like crazy. Other niches I do it in do just as good. And you just got to watch them and see what works. Rule number 5, interact, set up a blog, and survey them. It's so easy. And when you use the tools that we give you, we'll give you some tools in the course that we're going to do today. And if you're a Simple Sites member, we give you those tools as well. And they do it all for you. It's like click button simple. Just so easy. All right, so the question here, again, I'll bring you back to how people felt at the beginning. You're like, I feel like I'm getting left out. How many of you guys know that you feel like you're getting left out because you don't have a mailing list? You're like, that's why they're all running ahead, because I don't have a mailing list. It's not working for me because I don't have a mailing list. And when we look at that, we're like, okay, we want to get closer. Is what I'm doing right now getting me closer to my goal? So here's the deal. Here's what we're going to do. We have the affiliatemarketingdude.com/list. Now, these bonuses are on the second option, not the first, but we'll show you how it works. So here's your options today, and this is what you're going to get. We have 2 things. 1, I have a list building class that I'm holding next week. Okay, you can see here, if you click option 1, you'll get the class, and it'll show you when they're going. So it's going to be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. There's going to be a class. You're going to learn to build a list. Number 1, you're going to go through, and again, remember, by Friday, April 13th, 2008, you'll have all the tools you need to build a list, and you'll have all the information, and you'll be able to profit again with simple clicks. Pretty simple, right? That's the deal. That's the giveaway. You're going to be like, hey, this is what we're getting. Okay, Monday, we're going to go through basics of turning your market into a list building business. Really simple. If you have a market, if you don't have a market, we'll also show you how to find one. But if you have a market, we'll show you how to turn it into a list building business. Tuesday, how to turn your visitors into subscribers. Pretty simple. Like, how do you get them to opt in? Wednesday, how to turn your subscribers into money. Simple, right? He's like, here you go. Here's how it's going to work. It's going to be a 1-hour training. Usually we go like an hour and a half, but we'll just do an hour. And if we go longer, we go longer. Thursday, advanced list communication tactics and product development. Friday, how to review and implement what you learned. Very, very simple. Now, this is an inexpensive course. I want it to be inexpensive so that you can get it, get results, and then come buy my other stuff, right? Does that sound fair enough? Like, hey, I'm going to get it, I'm going to get results, and then I'll buy your other stuff. So what we've done here is we've made it super simple. You just put your info in the boxes, and you can see it's only 2 payments of $97. So for less than $200, you're getting all this info. You're getting the plugins that help make it work. We're going to help you every step of the way, and boom, you're off to the races. Now, the payments are 14 days apart, so it's like one now and one in 2 weeks. Really simple. So like you don't even pay the second one till after the class is over, which is pretty cool. So if you like that, go over to affiliatedude.com/list. That's affiliatedude.com/list. We're going to show you how to build a list. We're going to show you how you make it work. We're going to hold your hand every step of the way, show you all the ins and outs. It's a huge upside with very little potential downside, and it's incredibly easy to get started. Now, let's talk about option number 2. Option number 2 is for people who are super serious about making this work. You've been trying to do this. You're sick of floundering. You're like, Marcus, I want to do it. I want something that is going to work if I do it, solid, ready to go. And what we're doing is we're doing a profit partner business. I haven't done this in over, gosh, I think the last time I did this was 5 years ago, and people got some really good results with it. And what we do is I actually give you one of the products that I've developed. So whether it's like a plugin, whether it's a tool, a report, or whatever, we're going to give you white label rights to it. Now, by white label, what I mean is like I use it in my stuff and you use it. We're the only 2 people on the planet who use it. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're actually going to hook you up with one of the products that I have. Okay, this can be used. We'll give you one as a lead magnet. Okay, so you can get people in, and it's like, boom, I can generate leads with it. So you can build your mailing list, and you can actually sell it. So we usually have like a free version and a version you can sell. So like instantly you wake up and you're like, I have a business, right? How many of you guys are like, you want to wake up and you're like, dude, I have a business, right? Pretty cool. Type it in the box and you're like, I'm going to wake up with a business tomorrow. Okay, and what we'll do is we'll actually hook you up with that. We'll hook you up with the website to sell it. We'll hook you up with the domain name. We'll hook you up with a traffic method. We'll show you exactly how to make it work. We'll show you how to build your list. We'll show you how to make money with your list. Everything. It's like you're sitting there saying, Marcus, give me one of your products that you know will sell, or you've actually sold, and help me sell it, and help me build my list, and help me make a bunch of money. Right? Really cool. How many of you guys are like, dude, that's awesome? Okay. Type it in the box if you like that option. Now, because of this, because we're actually giving you something that I probably spent more than the cost on this to actually develop, this is a more expensive course, but it's something where you're going to go through and you're going to actually get a business. So how many of you guys are like that? You're like, Marcus, I want a business. Like, I'm tired of floundering around. I actually want a business that I can go through. I want you to build my thing so I can get some lists. I want to go through. I want to make it work. Like, just hand it to me. And then not only hand it to me, but help me make it work. So if you like that, if you're like, Marcus, I want to do that. I want something that is just basically going to work if I do it. Obviously, results not typical, implied, or guaranteed. I don't know what you'll get, but again, you're getting something that is based on a market that works, that's based on something you can sell. Heck, you can even go get joint venture partners and have them sell it for you, and you don't have to buy traffic, right? So really cool. So we got to look at that. Now, if you're interested in that, I'm like stomping myself on the feet right now, but I do have 3 spots because obviously we'll want to charge more for this because it's so much more. But right now, because I didn't have time to change the order form, you can actually get in this for, I think it is $29.97 one time, right? And you're done. You get the whole thing. You're there, you get a business, I'm going to work with you. The reason I'm going to work with you, because I know you're going to promote other things of mine with your list, and boom, it works really well. So if you're interested in that, what you want to do is go over to affiliatemarketingdude.com/list. That's affiliatemarketingdude.com/list. Choose your option, right? Either way, if you're on a budget, get the list building class. If you're in it and you're tired of floundering around and you're like, Marcus, I just want you to set it up for me, we're going to have it set up for you to get the profit partner business, and you're ready to go. So any questions on this stuff? Again, that's affiliatemarketingdude.com/list. So if you have questions on this stuff, let's take those now. And you can read on the page for the plugin partner one and see how that works as well. Okay, so let's take some questions, hang out for a little bit, and then get you guys all sorted. All right, and I'll put this camera back over here. There we go. Cool. All right, so any questions? Again, that's affiliatemarketingdude.com/list. That's affiliatemarketingdude.com/list. So we'll take some questions as we get going. I'm going to turn the air conditioner on as well because it's like a bazillion degrees here in the Florida. All right, so let's take some questions. Any questions about list building while you guys get signed up, everything like that. After you get the plugin or the partner profit niche, you could go in there, you can get that. You'll be redirected to my support site where you can put in your ticket and say, hey, you know what, I got this. What do I do next? And we'll help you with that. And let me see if I can get our screen going. I don't know why our video stuff is being a pain today. All right. Yes, our videos do not want to work today, but that's cool. We can muscle through it. All right, so we'll put that on the screen for affiliatedude.com/list. Now, go ahead and type your questions in the box. Okay, Teddy says, if I'm at work viewing the class, can I still listen when I get home? Yes. For the class, if you do the class at affiliatedude.com/list, all the recordings will be given to you, so you'll get all the recordings. They'll be delivered to you. You can download them. You can keep them forever, watch them whenever you want. So yes, absolutely. And they're rendered in full HD, so you can watch them on your phone, your TV, whatever you want, crystal clear. And it'll have like a little tools and stuff as well. Okay, Don says, do you offer an affiliate program that I can promote for your classes and products? Yes, we do. Just get us on our support site, and we'll give you that link. You got to ask for it, and then we'll hook you up with that. We do ask that you go through support. That way we can kind of, make sure that you're doing things on the up and up.